Greetings, wild ones, wildlings, and indigo brothers and sisters. I'm just going to talk about the event and what it means. I see a lot of channels, a lot of spiritual channels, ascension channels, awakenings channels, going on and on and on about a event, and like nearly every video that they put out is, I'm not going to mention any names, will be talking about an event. And like, I've got a wild imagination. I could believe in mermaids, I could believe in fairies, but there has to be a time when you have to, like, you still have to be a little bit realistic, you know. It's nice to fantasize, but you do have to draw the line somewhere between fantasy and reality. And like, I do know the difference between fantasy and reality at the same time. So I'm wondering, what is this event and what is it that people are waiting for? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see any rainbows coming anytime soon, apart from the rainbows that you see on a daily basis. When it rains and things like that, you'll see a rainbow. But, you know, skies full of coloured rainbows, and I don't see that happening. And this event doesn't make any sense. I've already done a video about the event before, and okay, am I pessimistic, realistic? Perspective is going to be the only event that's going to happen anytime soon in our lives will be World War III. That's it. That's kind of like the only event that you need to be worried about and preparing for. That or some other catastrophe is going to happen. I can't see any ascension happening where you're going to be lifted up by unicorns, flying through coloured rainbows and going to the 5th dimension. You know, I'm more up for spirituality, but there still has to be, you still have to draw a line in the sand between being spiritually grounded and realistic and going off into La La Land. Literally, where the fairies live. Literally. Which I think is happening with a lot of other people. And if you're waiting for something, you're waiting for a fantasy, in my opinion, because it's not even real. Who made this shit up? Honestly, it's complete and total utter garbage, and you need to get a life if you're going to listen to it. If you're even going to give it any credibility, you need to go get a life, for God's sakes. You know, the only event that's happened to me was on Earth Day, and that's when I went up to our country estate. My family has a land out in the bush where we can get away and get back to nature and connect to the earth, and we don't have any neighbours. There's very few cars. It's very, very remote. We're pretty much off the grid in a little hut out in the middle of nowhere. That is the only event that's happened to me lately worth mentioning on a spiritual level. Other than that, I think this event, I mean, what are they trying to sell? That's what I'm wondering. because I never heard of anything so ridiculous in all of my life. And the fact that people spend hours and hours talking about this made up fantasy, because that's what it is, I do have to wonder, and everyone following the fantasy I have to wonder about. It's crazy shit. It really is. You need to get back to reality and get back to what really matters. And stop waiting for some event to happen. It's going to happen, all right, but it's not the event that you think it's going to be, and it's certainly not coming with rainbows or unicorns. So, sorry if that's bummed you out for the day, but stay wild, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.